Now, to replace the air cleaner on your 05 to 2010 Honda Odyssey and other similar year models, so I guess technically 02 through present day, that you can find the air cleaner housing right by the battery, which on this car, it's on the driver's side. It's this huge box with the air snorkel going to the throttle body. And generally speaking, these covers are just held on with typically 4 to 5 8mm screws that you have to use a 8mm ratchet with an extension to undo. They have a Phillips head on them, but I don't actually know anyone that's been able to successfully, without damaging the screw, remove them with a Phillips screwdriver. So just don't do it. So on this cover, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. One in each corner. Pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to undo each screw. Now when you're working around the battery, I just want to caution people to be very careful not to drop any tools onto the terminals, especially the positive one, because you could have a dead short circuit which could result in sparks and fire and even possibly an explosion due to hydrogen gas igniting. And if you want, at least on this Odyssey, there is a connector here for the airflow sensor. You can just kind of unclip that by pressing the tab and moving it out of the way to gain access to that screw. So once we've loosened the screws, just kind of wiggle it and gently lift up, exposing the air cleaner element like this. Now there is an orientation mark on the filter. It says up. So yellow side, if you're buying a Honda filter, is up. At least this one is. Bottom side, you can tell by the frame, goes onto the dirty side, and this filter is filthy. It's only got 30,000 kilometers, but because we live in the prairies, lots of dust has a tendency to build up. Here's our new air filter, part number 17220-RGL-A10, meant for 2005 through 2010 Honda Odyssey touring with a 3.5 liter V6. Let's just do a comparison, make sure that our parts are exactly the same, which I know they are. So now I just want to point out, guys, that you'll see a lot of my videos, I will always constantly make reference to using genuine Honda parts. And the reason why I like using genuine Honda parts is because of the quality of them. This air filter, for example, is made by a company called Filtech, which is superior quality than any of the Fram junk that you buy at your local parts store. In terms of cost, they are almost exactly the same, so why would I not want to go and buy a better quality filter? To do the reinstallation, we just want to tip open the air cleaner box, making sure that there's no damage or any major debris inside the lower box, and just taking a peek up into the top, making sure that there's nothing jammed in there as well. And then just carefully insert the new filter element into the box, and then just carefully manipulating the lid back over the filter housing, and just give it a wiggle, lift up each corner and press it down firmly, and then just finger tight the 4 screws. You don't need to put a lot of pressure on tightening these things, because I've seen people over tighten them and then these screws seize when you need to replace them one day, or when you need to undo them one day, and then you end up damaging the air filter box housing. And again, these screws should screw down with almost no effort. And then just give things a wiggle, and then if you disconnected any electrical connectors, just snap them back into place. Performing basic maintenance functions on your vehicle is neither difficult nor time consuming. As you can see, replacing an air filter only actually required me to have an 8mm ratchet and socket to undo it in about 3 minutes time. Having a dirty air filter not only impacts your engine's performance, but also impacts your fuel economy as well as overall drivability. Given the fact that these filters are fairly inexpensive, there's no reason not to replace them on a regular basis. I hope you found this video useful and informative. Give me a like, consider subscribing, and thanks for watching.